Hey everyone! If you're loving these stories and want the full, uncensored versions, plus exclusive, much hotter content, come check out my Patreon. For just $4 a month, you get access to over 600 stories, 3 new parts every day, and way spicier scenes. Every single story is 100% custom, often based on your ideas and suggestions. You can even submit prompts and vote on what comes next. This story, like others, was chosen through a Patreon poll. Also, just a quick heads up, there's always a chance this channel could get restricted or taken down in the future. If you don't want to lose touch or miss new stories, Patreon is the best place to stay connected with me. Right now, and for the next few days, there's also a special discount available on Patreon, so it's a great time to join. The link is in the description or pinned comment. Join us and dive in. Enjoy the story. In the swirling chaos of dimensions, Naruto Uzumaki found himself ripped from the familiar lands of the Hidden Leaf Village. A mysterious portal, born from a forbidden Jutsuganerai during a battle with a rogue ninja, spat him out into a strange new world. This realm pulsed with spiritual energy, where souls wandered and monstrous beings called hollows preyed on the living. Karakura Town, a seemingly ordinary place in the human world of Bleach, became his unexpected landing spot. Disoriented but resilient, Naruto quickly sensed the differences. His chakra felt amplified by the ambient Ryatsu, granting him unforeseen powers. Little did he know, this fusion would unlock a hypnotic ability, allowing him to bend minds to his will. His journey into domination began with a chance encounter, setting the stage for a conquest filled with spiritual intrigue and seductive control. Naruto's piercing blue eyes locked onto Orihime Inoue as she strolled home from school, her vibrant orange hair cascading like a sunset over her shoulders, swaying gently in the evening breeze. She was a captivating blend of innocence and allure, her voluptuous figure accentuated by the tight school uniform, a white blouse that strained against her generous bust, the fabric clinging to her curves in a way that hinted at the softness beneath. Her large, doe-like brown eyes sparkled with genuine kindness, but Naruto saw deeper, a powerful healer with untapped potential, her Shun Rika abilities making her the ideal first conquest. He had stumbled upon his hypnosis power mere hours ago, experimenting on a wandering spirit, and now, channeling a potent surge of chakra-infused Ryatsu, he directed it straight at her mind. Orihime halted abruptly, a strange, intoxicating warmth flooding her body. Her cheeks ignited in a deep crimson blush, spreading down her neck as her thoughts began to cloud over with an irresistible fog. What's happening to me? My heart, it's pounding so hard. She pondered inwardly, her breath quickening. A tingling sensation spread from her core, her nipples stiffening painfully against her bra, and a sudden dampness bloomed between her thighs, soaking her panties. She clutched her skirt, trying to steady herself, but Naruto's commanding voice resonated in her psyche. Surrender to me, Orihime. Become my obedient slave, craving only my will. Her eyes glazed over, pupils dilating into a hypnotic trance, a mix of confusion and burgeoning arousal etching across her flushed face. She bit her plump lower lip, embarrassed by the involuntary heat building within her, her body betraying her with subtle shivers of excitement. Approaching with a predatory grin, Naruto feigned concern. You alright there? You look a bit flushed. But his eyes shimmered with otherworldly power, intensifying the hypnosis. Orihime nodded submissively, her mind swirling. His voice, it's so dominant. I feel compelled to obey, even though part of me screams no. He guided her into a shadowed alley, the prelude thickening the air with tension. His fingers traced her jawline delicately at first, then more possessively, sending electric jolts through her skin. Strip for your new master slowly. Show me how much you want to submit. He commanded in a low, husky tone that made her knees weaken. Her hands trembled as they moved to unbutton her blouse, each button popping free, revealing more of her creamy skin. The blouse fell open, exposing her lacy white brow that barely contained her heaving breasts, the nipples poking prominently through the thin material. Orihime's blush deepened to a scarlet hue, her eyes darting away in shame, but her body obeyed eagerly, hips swaying slightly as she shimmied out of her skirt. It pulled at her feet, leaving her in soaked panties that clung transparently to her aroused folds. I'm so exposed. Why does this feel so thrilling? She thought, a fog of hypnotic lust clouding her judgment, her arousal evident in the way her thighs pressed together. Naruto closed the distance, his hands roaming possessively over her body, cupping her full breasts and squeezing firmly, thumbs flicking her hardened nipples. Orihime gasped, arching into his touch, a soft moan escaping her lips as waves of pleasure radiated from her chest. He leaned in, his breath hot against her ear. You're such a good little slave already, getting wet just from my words. The verbal humiliation intensified her embarrassment, yet amplified her excitement, her mind hazy. His words, they're degrading, but they make me burn hotter. He slipped a hand into her panties. Want the full uncensored 18+ scene? Only $4 on Patreon, 600+ scorching hot episodes. The events leading to this moment traced back to Naruto's abrupt and chaotic arrival in this unfamiliar world. It all began in the midst of a grueling battle back in the Naruto universe, where a cunning enemy shinobi, desperate and cornered, activated a forbidden space-time jutsu aimed at banishing Naruto to oblivion. Naruto, ever the quick thinker, countered with a massive Rasengan, but the collision of energies created an unstable rift, a swirling vortex of chakra and void that yanked him through dimensions. Tumbling endlessly through a kaleidoscope of colors and screams, he felt his body adapting, chakra merging with an alien force that invigorated him like never before. Emerging with a thunderous crash in Karakura Town's Central Park at dusk, Naruto rolled to his feet, senses reeling. The air thrummed with Ryatsu, a spiritual pressure that amplified his own energy reserves, making his Nine-Tails chakra feel boundless. What the heck? This ain't Konoha. He grumbled, quickly concealing his distinctive orange jacket under a genjutsu illusion to blend in as an ordinary teen in casual jeans and a hoodie. The town seemed mundane, people bustling, cars honking, but beneath it, he sensed ethereal presences, wandering souls and lurking threats. Venturing out, Naruto's first real test came when a grotesque hollow, its mask leering hungrily, attacked a nearby plus soul. Drawing on his enhanced abilities, Naruto channeled a chakra-boosted punch, shattering the beast's mask in one blow. The victory drew faint spiritual echoes, but more importantly, in the hollow's dissipating remnants, he discovered a peculiar artifact, a shimmering orb pulsing with Ryatsu. As he touched it, the orb fused into his palm, searing pain giving way to enlightenment, visions of mind control, hypnosis techniques blending his genjutsu expertise with soul-binding power. This changes everything. He thought, testing it immediately on a stray cat, commanding it to fetch food, which it did obediently. Emboldened by this new tool, Naruto explored further, his ninja instincts guiding him to observe from shadows. Spotting Orihime from afar, her aura radiating pure, healer's energy, he recognized her as the perfect starting point. Her kindness made her vulnerable, her powers useful for his survival in this world. Stalking her subtly, he waited for the opportune moment, the hypnosis ready to weave its web. Thus, the foundation of his dominion was laid, a bridge between worlds forged in ambition and opportunity. In the days that followed, Naruto seamlessly integrated into Karakura's everyday rhythm, using his illusions to pose as a transfer student at the local high school. Orihime, now his covert thrall, attended to his whims with subtle devotion. Preparing bento boxes laced with affectionate notes, her fingers brushing his during handoffs, eyes gleaming with hypnotic loyalty. They shared ordinary moments that masked his schemes, strolling through bustling markets where she'd point out sweets, giggling at his wide-eyed reactions to modern gadgets like cell phones. In class, she'd sit nearby, sneaking glances filled with longing, helping him navigate homework on this world's history. Evenings brought quiet walks by the river, her arm linked in his possessively, whispering secrets of her friends and the spiritual undercurrents. These routines allowed Naruto to scout undetected, gathering intel on hollow patterns and other powered individuals, all while strengthening Orihime's bond through casual commands that deepened her submission without raising alarms. The path to Orihime's complete enslavement unfolded with calculated precision, building from initial contact to unbreakable loyalty. After the first hypnotic encounter in the alley, Naruto probed her limits gently, issuing minor commands like fetching water or revealing personal thoughts, watching her faint resistance crumble under the power's insidious influence. Her innate kindness clashed with the intrusion at first, a flicker of doubt in her eyes, but each obedience reinforced the trance, turning hesitation into eagerness. The turning point came during a nocturnal hollow incursion near her home. Orihime, sensing the danger, rushed out only to find herself cornered by the beast's gaping maw. Naruto intervened dramatically, dispatching it with a flashy Rasengan variant infused with Ryatsu, positioning himself as her savior. As she thanked him breathlessly, he amplified the hypnosis. "From now on, you'll serve me without question, your body and powers mine to command eternally." Her mind yielded fully then, the heroic act erasing lingering doubts, transforming her from a grateful acquaintance into a devoted slave. In the ensuing nights, he escalated, commanding intimate acts in hidden spots to solidify control. Simple touches evolving into full sessions where her healing abilities mended any fatigue, making her indispensable. The shift was insidious yet complete. Protector morphed into master, her Shun Rika now a tool for his ambitions, ready to heal him in battles ahead. This gradual domination ensured her loyalty was ironclad, paving the way for expanding his influence in this spiritual realm. Emboldened by Orihime's initial submission, Naruto orchestrated a more elaborate and intense session to cement her role as his eternal slave, choosing an abandoned warehouse on Karakura's outskirts for privacy. The cavernous space, dimly lit by flickering moonlight through cracked windows, amplified the atmosphere of forbidden dominance. Orihime arrived as commanded, her school uniform slightly rumpled from the hurried journey, her ample chest rising and falling with anxious breaths. "Master, I've come as you wished," she murmured, her voice laced with trepidation and underlying excitement, large brown eyes already misting with the hypnotic fog. Her thoughts churned. Why does his call make me so wet already? I know it's the hypnosis, but I crave the humiliation. Naruto stood in the shadows, his muscular frame silhouetted, a smirk playing on his lips as he stepped forward. "Good girl. Now kneel and beg to serve me," he ordered, his tone dripping with authority. Orihime dropped to her knees instantly, her skirt riding up to expose her thighs, cheeks blazing scarlet with embarrassment. "Please, master, let me please you. I'm your worthless slave," she pleaded, the verbal degradation heightening her arousal, nipples straining against her blouse. Her mind foggy. Saying it out loud, it's shameful, but it turns me on so much. He circled her slowly, building the prelude, his fingers trailing over her hair, then gripping it firmly to tilt her head up, forcing eye contact that deepened the trance. He commanded her to strip teasingly, and she obeyed with trembling hands, unbuttoning her blouse to reveal her lacy bra, then shimmying out of her skirt and panties, leaving her exposed and vulnerable on the cold floor. Her body glistened with a light sheen of sweat, breasts heaving as she awaited his next move. Want the full uncensored 18+ scene? Only $4 on Patreon, 600+ scorching hot episodes. Guys, please don't forget to hit that like button and drop a comment if you enjoyed it. It means the world to me and gives me a huge boost of motivation. Your support keeps me going. Naruto's thoughts swirled with triumphant exhilaration. Damn, that was intense. Orihime's body responds so perfectly to the hypnosis. Her innocence corrupted into pure, slutty devotion fuels my power. I can feel the Ryatsu growing stronger with each conquest. Building this harem will make me unstoppable in this world. He reflected on potential risks, like her friends noticing changes, but dismissed it. I'll use her to cover tracks. Her healing will keep us hidden. Orihime's mind was a tempest of conflicted bliss. I was just a normal girl, helping friends like Ichigo. Now, I'm Master's plaything. The hypnosis fogs my regrets, turning them into desire. Those orgasms, multiple, shattering, I've never felt so alive, so owned. A pang of guilt surfaced about betraying her old life, her kind heart aching briefly. What if Tatsuki asks why I'm distant? No, serving Master comes first. I'll lie for him. Yet, the pleasure overshadowed all. His commands, the degradation, it excites me. I want more, to bring him others to share this ecstasy. Together, their psyches intertwined under the spell, Naruto plotting expansion. Rukia next. Her Shinigami status will open doors to Soul Society. Orihime echoed faintly. Yes, more sisters to worship him with me. The shared mental web solidified, ambitions growing as the night deepened, a foundation of control pulsing with dark promise. As the session's afterglow faded, Naruto and Orihime slipped back into the town under cover of darkness, her steps light with newfound purpose. He sensed stirring energies, hollows on the prowl, perhaps drawing other guardians. Whispers from spirits hinted at a petite, black-haired Shinigami patrolling nearby, her presence a beacon for his next move. With Orihime as his anchor, Naruto began weaving illusions to establish a hidden base in an old shrine, stocking it with supplies pilfered under hypnosis commands. The night air carried omens of greater conflicts, distant roars of stronger hollows, and faint echoes of Soul Society's watchful eyes. Yet Naruto's confidence soared, his hypnotic arsenal ready to ensnare more. Orihime, clinging to his arm, murmured devotions, her submission a shield against the unknown. The portal's twist had unleashed not just a survivor, but a conqueror, poised to reshape the spiritual world in his image. With Orihime firmly ensnared as his devoted healer and companion, Naruto turned his ambitions toward expanding his hold in this spiritual realm. The nights in Karakura town grew more volatile, with hollow incursions spiking as if drawn to the anomaly of his chakra fusion. Using Orihime's modest apartment as a discreet base, Naruto honed his hypnotic abilities, practicing subtle commands on minor spirits to refine control without detection. Orihime, ever obedient, tended to his needs, preparing meals infused with her caring touch, healing minor scratches from skirmishes, and sharing intel gathered from her school friends about the town's guardians. Whispers of a stern, black-haired Shinigami named Rukia Kachiki circulated, her ties to the enigmatic Soul Society making her a prime target. Naruto plotted meticulously. He would exploit a hollow attack to position himself as an ally, then strike with hypnosis when her guard was down. The game of conquest escalated, his vision of a loyal harem sharpening with each passing day. The pivotal encounter unfolded under a stormy moonlit sky by the Karakura River, where the water churned ominously. A massive hollow, its bone-white mass cracked with jagged teeth, emerged from the depths, its Ryatsu pulsing like a thunderclap. Buildings trembled as it roared, tentacles lashing out at fleeing souls. Naruto, sensing the disturbance from afar, dashed to the scene with Orihime close behind, her eyes wide with a mix of fear and unwavering loyalty. "Master, be careful," she whispered, ready to deploy her Shun Rika if needed. Arriving just in time, Naruto spotted Rukia Kachiki already locked in combat. Her short, raven-black hair whipped wildly in the wind, violet eyes fierce with determination as she wielded her Zanpakuto, Sodi no Shirayuki, in elegant, deadly arcs. The black Shinigami robes fluttered around her petite, athletic frame, the white underlayer hinting at the lithe curves beneath. She dodged a sweeping tentacle with graceful precision, countering with a swift slash that severed it, but the hollow regenerated, pressing her back. Naruto observed from the shadows, admiration flickering in his blue eyes. "She's skilled, and that fire in her eyes, perfect for breaking." When the hollow targeted a trapped civilian, a young plus soul cowering nearby, Rukia lunged to protect them, leaving herself open. Naruto reacted instinctively, tackling her to the ground. They tumbled across the damp grass, her compact body pinned momentarily beneath his muscular form. Their faces inches apart, eyes locking, violet meeting blue. In that intimate vulnerability, Naruto unleashed the hypnosis, a torrent of chakra flooding her mind like an invisible tide. Rukia's body stiffened, a gasp escaping her lips as her pupils dilated wide, glazing over with hypnotic fog. Heat bloomed in her core, cheeks igniting in a deep scarlet blush. What? This sensation? Invading my mind," she murmured, thighs clenching involuntarily as arousal stirred unbidden, nipples hardening against her bindings, a damp warmth spreading between her legs. "Submit to me, Rukia. Become my eternal slave," Naruto commanded softly, his voice weaving deeper into her psyche. Her Shinigami resolve flared, mental barriers erected from years of training, but the power eroded them relentlessly, turning resistance into reluctant craving. She trembled beneath him, biting her lip in futile defiance. Orihime approached, kneeling submissively nearby. "Master, she's strong, but she'll break for you." Rukia's gaze flicked to Orihime, confusion mixing with the haze. "Inoue, what are you?" But the hypnosis deepened, her body relaxing against her will. Naruto rose, pulling her up by the wrist with gentle firmness. "Come with us. Your new life begins now." Rukia nodded meekly, the proud Shinigami reduced to a compliant puppet, following them into the night. Secluded in the dimly lit riverside warehouse Naruto had fortified earlier, its concrete walls echoing faintly with the distant river's rush, he prepared to fully claim Rukia. Moonlight filtered through grimy windows, casting ethereal glows across the space. Rukia stood rigidly before him, still clad in her disheveled Shinigami robes, the black kosode slightly torn from the battle, white shiitake underneath clinging to her sweat-dampened skin. Her short black hair was tousled, framing a face now ablaze with humiliation's blush, violet eyes misty and unfocused under the hypnotic trance. Her petite frame trembled subtly, small but firm breasts straining against the fabric, nipples prominently erect. Lower, her thighs pressed together, hiding the growing wetness soaking her undergarments, a betrayal of her body's response to the mind control. Naruto prowled around her like a fox eyeing prey, his grin predatory. "Look at you, a noble Kuchiki, proud warrior of soul society, reduced to this quivering mess. Your body knows its master already." He traced a finger along the edge of her collar, feeling her shiver. "Undress for me, slowly. Reveal every inch that now belongs to me, Shinigami slut." Rukia's hands rose shakily, untying the sash with reluctant obedience. The black outer robe slipped off, pooling at her feet, exposing the white underkimono that hugged her slender curves. Her cheeks burned an intense crimson, tears of shame welling as she slid the fabric down her arms, baring her small, perky breasts, dark pink nipples stiff and sensitive. This humiliation. I shouldn't feel this way, she thought, mind fogged. But his command. It's igniting something forbidden inside me. A soft whimper escaped as air caressed her skin, her arousal evident in the way her hips shifted. Keep going. Show me that wet little flower begging for its owner. Naruto commanded, voice laced with verbal dominance that made her core throb. She pushed the remaining cloth down her hips, stepping out naked save for the white tabi socks. Want the full uncensored 18+ scene? Only $4 on Patreon, 600+ scorching hot episodes. The events that solidified Rukia's enslavement built upon the initial hypnotic strike. Post-battle, in the warehouse's aftermath, Naruto reinforced the control with layered commands, eroding her Shinigami pride piece by piece. At first, she resisted verbally, muttering about duty and honor, but each small act of obedience, kneeling, addressing him as master, deepened the trance. He used her Zanpakuto symbolically, having her swear loyalty on it, blending her old life with new submission. Over the next nights, he escalated, commanding her to recount soul society secrets while pleasuring herself, her fingers delving into her wetness under his gaze. Resistance faded as pleasure associated with betrayal. A key moment came when Ichigo called her Jigai phone. Naruto ordered her to answer calmly while he fingered her, her voice steady despite gasps. This betrayal, but it thrills me, she thought. Finally, integrating her with Orihime sealed it. A shared session where they serviced him together, turning rivalry into sisterly devotion. From defiant warrior to eager slave, the transformation was complete, her powers now tools for his rising empire. In the ensuing weeks, Naruto wove Rukia seamlessly into Karakura's daily fabric, masking his growing influence. Posing as a transfer student, he attended school with them, where Rukia and Orihime flanked him subtly. Orihime packing extra lunches with loving notes, Rukia sharing study tips, laced with hidden devotion. Classrooms buzzed with normalcy, group projects where Rukia's sharp intellect shone, but her glances toward Naruto held hypnotic longing. After school, they'd wander markets, sampling street food, Orihime giggling at Naruto's reactions to takoyaki, Rukia explaining human customs with a flush when he praised her. Evenings brought covert routines. Training sessions in abandoned lots, where Rukia demonstrated Kido spells under his command, her robes hiked up as rewards followed. Orihime healed any strains, the trio sharing quiet dinners, simple ramen bowls where conversations veiled plans for Soul Society infiltration. Suspicion brewed. Ichigo noticed Rukia's odd absences, confronting her once. "You're acting weird lately." She deflected smoothly, hypnosis ensuring loyalty, but the close call heightened tension. Weekends offered leisure. Park picnics where Orihime's cheer masked their bond, Rukia sketching idly while stealing touches under blankets. These mundane moments strengthened their web, allowing Naruto to scout undetected, observing other spiritual signatures, like a voluptuous blonde in the distance. Life's rhythm pulsed with hidden dominance, a facade of normalcy over brewing conquest. The path to this twisted unity traced Naruto's strategic deepening of bonds. After Rukia's initial breaking, he commanded joint sessions to foster dependency. Orihime, eager to please, initiated subtle affections, brushing Rukia's hand during walks, whispering praises. Rukia, hypnosis eroding barriers, reciprocated hesitantly at first. The escalation peaked in a hidden shrine one rainy afternoon, when Naruto ordered them to bond as sisters in service. Starting with kisses, it built to full intimacy, ensuring no jealousy, only shared devotion. From individual slaves to a cohesive unit, the progression was deliberate, their abilities synergizing for his goals, Orihime healing, Rukia scouting. This harmony amplified his power, readying for greater incursions. To forge unbreakable unity among his slaves, Naruto orchestrated an elaborate group session in the shrine's inner chamber, incense smoke curling lazily in the air, tatami mats soft underfoot. Dim lantern light flickered, casting warm shadows. Orihime and Rukia knelt before him, stripped naked, Orihime's voluptuous curves glowing, large breasts heaving with anticipation, orange hair cascading, Rukia's petite form tense, small breasts pert, black hair framing her flushed face. Both women's eyes were hazy with hypnosis, cheeks crimson, bodies already glistening in eager submission. "Entertain your master. Pleasure each other like the devoted sluts you are," Naruto commanded, lounging on cushions, stroking his hardening length. Orihime moved first, crawling sensually to Rukia, cupping her face for a deep, tongue-twining kiss. Rukia stiffened briefly, residual pride flickering, then melted, moaning softly, hands roaming Orihime's ample breasts, pinching nipples to elicit gasps. "Rukia-chan, so soft," Orihime murmured thoughts. "Sharing with her, it makes master's approval sweeter." Rukia reciprocated, sucking on Orihime's neck, leaving marks. "This woman, my sister slave, humiliating, but arousing." Orihime pushed Rukia onto her back gently, trailing kisses down her body, lingering on breasts, biting nipples lightly until Rukia arched, whimpering. Spreading Rukia's legs, Orihime dove in, tongue lapping at her slick folds. Rukia cried out, hips bucking wildly, fingers tangling in orange hair. "Ah! Too good. In no way." Her thoughts fragmented. Her mouth, devouring me. "I crave more shame." Want the full uncensored 18+ scene? Only $4 on Patreon, 600+ scorching hot episodes. Naruto's mind buzzed with satisfaction and strategy. 2 down, more to come. Rukia's knowledge of Soul Society is gold, gates, captains, weaknesses. With Orihime's support, infiltration's feasible. That busta one I spotted. Ranjaku? Her curves scream potential. The power rush from breaking them together, addictive. Ichigo's sniffing around, but they'll cover for me. Empire building starts now. Orihime's thoughts swirled in euphoric loyalty. Rukia-chan fits perfectly. Her small body against mine, master's cock uniting us. I felt jealous at first, but sharing amplifies the pleasure. Multiple climaxes, bodies slick with cum, it's heaven in submission. I'll heal any doubts, bring more sisters. Protecting master from friends like Ichigo, my duty now. Rukia's psyche, once rigid, now fractured into devotion. From Kuchiki heir to cum-covered slave, the hypnosis shattered my will, rebuilding it around him. Tasting Orihime, feeling him inside while she licked, overwhelming shame turned bliss. I betrayed my oaths, but serving feels liberating. Byakuya, Ichigo, they can't know, I'll deceive them. More conquests? Yes, for master. As bonds solidified, external pressures mounted. Ichigo cornered Rukia at school. You're spacing out more, and hanging with that new guy. Something's off. She smiled convincingly, hypnosis masking truth. Just stressed. Nothing to worry about. Naruto observed from afar, pleased. Later, in the shopping district, he glimpsed Ranjiku Matsumoto, her long, wavy strawberry blonde hair flowing, blue eyes sparkling with mirth, massive breasts straining her jugai blouse as she bartered playfully with a vendor. Naruto's eyes gleamed. The next hunt beckoned,